Hi, so I'm sitting here with Evelyn and we're just about to jump into a medical intuitive session. So like always, I create a protective perimeter for us to work in. I say a prayer and then I'm using the vibration of her voice and her name to connect with Evelyn's energy. So let's see what comes in for you, Evelyn.
Thank you.
We will look together at the information. So the first thing that comes in for you, this could be symbolic, but I'll look a little bit more into the image. Somebody or something, and it could also be an energy, has their hands around your throat. So I don't know if you feel that, the constricted feeling, but it's like it could even be yourself. It could even be that you're holding yourself back from speaking your most authentic truth. I know that's a little bit of a process for most people, but that definitely comes in quite strong, and it's almost like somebody can kind of have their hand there, but it's almost like holding it with quite a bit of tension. So that's the first thing that pops in. Before, just when we were talking, my head was going to the side, so I want to kind of ask why that's coming up. They're saying in some ways in life, you're kind of always dodging the bullet. There's something, it's almost like we dodge the bullet when we're doing that. We're avoiding something.
Okay.
So this is kind of all going to weave in together. It might be happening for you unconsciously, but we'll get into the root cause of that and see what else is coming up for you. Do you have digestive problems?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. They just sort of took me straight to your abdominal area. So pretty much from the belly button down to the pelvic area. And they're showing me that energy is quite, it's a little bit, kind of sludgy like. So if you see like a running river, the river's kind of running crystal clear, you can almost see the rocks. The flow of energy is really good. And for you, somehow, some way, your river's kind of got blocked up.
Yep.
So if you've ever seen a blocked up river, it's kind of a bit, there's like moss on the side. It's almost like warm, the water, because it's just not flowing the way that it should be. So they're saying that there's stomach issues there, and that's because of the lack of flow that's coming in to your sacral chakra and your root chakra.
Yep.
Is that something you've been struggling with for a while now?
Yeah, I've got I had ulcerative colitis.
Okay.
And I haven't had it for a long while, but then it's like came back last year with some stresses that I had. And it's gone away, but it's still there.
Okay, so you often have like flare-ups?
Yeah. Oh, no, I wouldn't say often.
Okay.
Like when there's stress in my life, that's when the flare-up happens.
Okay. Can you say that again? I've never heard of that before.
Ulcerative colitis. It's like Crohn's disease.
Colitis.
Yep.
Ulcerative colitis. Okay. And you know where that's located?
Yes.
Okay. Can you let me know where that's? I mean, I can have a look, but if you tell
me.
Yeah,
it's in the bowels.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to look into that for you if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see why that's happening. Because stress is always a factor, but it's sometimes the only emotion that the doctors tend to talk about. What's coming in for you is there's some repressed anger, and some resentment as well. So they're the other emotions that are contributing to the ulcers. Yeah, okay. So what they're saying is that it is the resentment and the unprocessed anger, and that's like how it's coming up out of you, almost like a volcano. And so sometimes a volcano will be dormant and it just takes the heat or something, and the heat is for you the stress for it to come up again.
Okay.
When were you diagnosed?
Oh gosh, over 20 years ago.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to tune in. That was my chair, sorry. So we just want to ask for the exact point of origin causing Evelyn's, and I hope I'm saying this right, ulceratic colitis. Ulceratic colitis.
Correct.
Ulceratic colitis began. Okay, this is really interesting. And they're taking me back to your childhood, but they're also taking me into a past life as well. So we're going to look and see if there's like a theme between the two of them, but it's a little bit hazy. Normally the pictures are quite clear the way that they came in, but it's almost like a garbage truck dumping on me, like
Okay.
where that's all coming from. But it could also have to do with the that it could feel like you always had people's garbage dumped onto you.
Yeah.
Yeah, does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
Okay. Is that something that happened quite often as a child for you?
Yeah, mum was always like that. There was always dramas, and she was always sick, and so you've got to look after your younger brother, and you've got to clean the house, and yes, everything was always thrown onto me.
Yeah, and that's what's coming up for you. So that's the resentment and the unprocessed anger. Like, this is my childhood. Like, I'm supposed to be a child, and this is bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry I had to go through that. And then obviously, the stress is coming into it as well. So the stress of being a child and not being a child in the same kind of sentence. The mother wounds coming in, obviously, when that kind of sort of things happens, because it's almost like you took on the mother role.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and your mum's in a bit of a, no disrespect, but she has a lot of victim energy around her.
She did, yeah, always.
Yeah. And so that's not, I mean, you're literally connected to her. You're very connected to her. You spent 9 months in a womb. So everything she thought, felt, experienced, you kind of took that on, because we're very much like a sponge. And then kind of being around that all the time, you're kind of absorbing that. And the reason that it's coming up in your bowel, your guides are saying it's because you weren't able to digest that. It was almost like for you, it was like, not again, not again, not again. And all this not again is just kind of starting to coagulate. You know, I live in Germany, so I'm talking German all the time. And so sometimes I forget the English words.
Yeah, that's right.
The clouds they come together. It just started to, what is the word? Congregate. Yeah, let's say congregate. You know what I'm saying? Congregate together. And then it's just exploding out into this ulceratic colitis for you. Yeah. And it's the wounds, and this is what I said, it's an ulcer is like a wound. So you have like this mother wound coming up as well for you. Okay, let's see how we can kind of help you with that. Is there any other areas you wanted me to check before I go on?
No, just when you said the throat, I don't feel it so much in my throat. I feel it in my neck.
Mm.
So I've always got neck issues.
Okay, if someone has their hands around your throat, it's
I suppose
they're also going to be sticking it into the back of your neck, so it could be that they're a little bit harder. But the picture could also be representing the energy of the throat chakra. So the throat chakra feeling choked.
Okay.
Which would match up with what you're saying.
Yeah.
And that again is going back to the childhood of
like,
I don't want to do this, but I'm not going to say that either.
Yeah.
There's probably some sort of punishment involved when you didn't do what you were told. And so it was like the fear of expressing yourself in that way.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so your guides are saying that they want you to do this together with me. So just take some slow breaths again. And as you do that, you're going to change your brainwave state. And so it's going to make you more open. And I want you just to go down into your bowel area where you're experiencing that. And just feel into that area for yourself. And let me know if any images come up or any sensations.
Feels like, I don't know, the bowels of, it sounds gross, but being massaged somehow. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I can't explain it.
Ask if it's a positive energy, that what's happening there at the moment, or if it's an energy that needs some attention.
Yeah, I kind of feel it's like energy that needs attention.
Okay. So just stay connected down there in that area, and just I'm going to ask you some questions, and just let me know whatever pops into your mind. You can't get that wrong. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Take the pop. So if you had to describe the color of the energy, what color would it be?
Grey.
Grey. Okay. And if you had to describe the shape of the energy in regards to size, what shape or size would you say?
It feels like it's a blob. It doesn't really have a shape.
Okay. Ask the blob why it's there.
Feels as though it doesn't want to respond.
Okay. Ask the blob what it needs in this moment, to show you or tell you exactly what it needs in this moment.
Just needs nurturing.
Okay. Ask the blob, what does nurturing look like?
Not being so hard on myself.
And what things could you do to not be so hard on yourself?
Not be so much in my mind. Just not being so. The main thing is not being. Don't question myself. I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Or better than okay, I should say.
Yeah, so I think we're kind of our hardest critics in most cases. Yeah. And the way, so you have your aura, and then you have your chakras, and then you have the meridians, and that's the way that the energy moves through the body. And so what's happening for you is, because this is like, it's a little bit like that junk drawer we have, we kind of keep putting things in there, and then all of a sudden you go, open it one day and won't open it because the ruler's jammed in there and it's so bloody full. And because that's kind of your junk drawer, but it's also your junk drawer that's in your garage. And so you're kind of completely disconnected. And so what happens with the energy, and the flow decreases there because you're not giving it the attention. They always say where your focus goes, energy flows. So in some ways you've disconnected from the feminine, but that happened for a couple of reasons. That's because your mum was supposed to be your feminine goddess, and it didn't turn out that way. So if you thought that's what it is to be feminine, I'm out of here. I'm not signing up for that. And then all the suppressed emotions have kind of held in there, and so that was kind of like, I don't really want to go in there because it's a little bit too painful for me as well. So this area is just really really shut down, but we're going to work on bringing the energy back into that, because that's your creative, that's your sensuality, that's your all the good stuff, all the juicy feminine stuff, and it's important for you to get that back online. And it's also because before we started, you told me that you just started numerology, which I love.
So good.
It's like you think you learn something, and then like 50 doors open, and there's just, I think you'll be learning that for the rest of your life. So actually what your guides are saying is you're not learning, you're relearning. This is something you've done in a past life. This is why you've kind of navigated to that. And this is like, for you, it's like the masculine and the feminine. So it's very much like the numbers are masculine and it's scientific, and I can kind of prove that to people. And the feminine is the intuition that you put into it as well, because some other things will start to come up. And so this is why it's important for us to kind of clear out that dense energy around the sacral area and the womb chakra and your root chakra, because the root chakra came into it as well. And that kind of makes sense now because of the childhood. They did throw in a past life in there, so I just want to see how that's connecting up for you as well. If you just give me a minute.
That's okay.
Okay, so what they're saying in regards to the past life is that in the past life, you and your mum were actually sisters.
Okay.
And there was a lot of rivalry between the two of you. It was more like she was still doing the same. She was dumping on you. And the reason she was doing that is because you were like love and light. And she couldn't deal with that.
Okay.
So she kind of did anything to kind of draw you down and to kind of pull you down. And that's kind of carried over into this life.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did that in this life as well.
Yeah. So that was the kind of the energy that was between you two when you incarnated with her. It was already game on.
Okay.
And because of the way that you are, and the way that your energy is, that would just be like triggering her every moment. And so she kind of did whatever she could to keep you small. But we're going to move all that today.
Excellent.
You don't need to hold on to that any longer.
Yay!
We need your numerology light.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so I'm just going to check in with the healing guides and ask them for the highest and best healing method for today in regards to healing the energy around this. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do is to close your eyes and send yourself back. They're saying 4 years. So I'm not sure how early this started, but the number 4 came in quite quickly. So go back and be with your 4-year-old self and just see wherever you land. And if you're visual, try and take in as much detail as you can. If it's something you can think about, just let me know when she knows that you're there with her.
I'm there.
Okay. How does she know that you're there with her?
I feel like I'm quite small. My parents were there. The room seems a little bit dark and dingy. I don't really feel safe.
Okay.
That's about it.
Okay. How does she know that you're there? Are you holding her hand?
I feel like I'm standing aside and watching.
Okay. So for this, you're being guided to go and be with your younger self, to be with your 4-year-old self. So just take your time, and you'll feel the connection when she knows that you're there with her.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh God. So the way that I see her, she's like, even at this age, it normally, there's no normal, but it doesn't really start this young, but she's just holding on to like 2 big suitcases. So what I'm going to ask you to do, you can't get this wrong, and it is going to play out very much like a movie. It's your imagination. So now we're actually in the quantum field, and we're going back to heal this moment because there's a soul fragment, there's a part of you where the way you were as a child, that's still replaying in your life now. So we want to heal. Okay. So you want to start to, you're going to do this with her, and she's going to do this with you, and you're going to work together. And the reason that I get you to do that is that's when it's the most empowering. I'm going to be assisting you. You have guides, healers, they're all coming in. But this is a really empowering, a really important part. So just take your time with it. So start to clear all the trauma, all the resentment, all the anger, all the stress and all the unfairness, and give that back, not just to your mum, but to your mum and your dad. So they're standing there, you're going to start to clear that off her and give that back to them. That's all their crap. Don't worry about what they're doing with that. That's part of their journey. But just really, really, really take your time with that. Make sure you get around the abdominal area, and at the back of the abdominal area, they're saying it's really quite heavy there. Around the ears. Yeah, you kind of build up this wall around your ears because you just you didn't want to hear that anymore. It was just driving you crazy.
I feel quite emotional, actually.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's normal because you're kind of working to remove all these, and it's going to start to come up. So you're doing great. Keep going.
Thank you.
I'm going to assist you with this. So I ask that you're assisted in having all the negative energy, the negative emotions, negative vibrations completely and permanently removed in this past life moment through all dimensions, time and space, completely and permanently. Clear this out now.
feel a lot lighter.
She literally, you just took the suitcases out of her hands and then you said that, yeah, keep going and make sure you get everything. You want to, around the shoulder area, they're saying under her arms.
Feels so good.
Yeah.
I can even feel it in my head. Feels like my head has been in a vice for such a long time, but now it seems to have flown out.
Yeah, a lot of the times you think you're imagining it, but it's so real because the past, the present, and the future, it's all happening simultaneously. And when you experience your trauma in the past, it's like your soul fragments. And so it's still there. And like I said, you're replaying that part of you every single day until it heals. And that's the stomach problems.
Yeah.
So that's how they've kind of, it started off emotional and then it's manifested physically within your body.
Mm.
How is your mum and dad reacting?
They're a bit unsure what's going on.
Okay.
I've always, taking. And now that I'm giving back, it's like, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah. You don't stop. That's not your stuff. That's actually theirs. Doesn't belong to you.
Yeah.
Let me know when you feel like you've done everything and you've cleared everything out, and I'll take a look for you.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So they're just kind of showing me like pulling the hair up and just saying around this area where you had the tension, there's still a little bit there. So just take that and give that back to your mum and to your dad, to both of them. And the feet as well are quite heavy.
Okay. I think it's gone.
Okay, let me take a look. So the guides have like just set up this shower and they're like letting it, like just washing it down, like you've removed it. And you know how you kind of, if you have to scrape mud off the kids, then you have to put them over the hose. So your guides have just got this beautiful shower running over you and your younger self, and your younger self's just kind of dancing, thinking, oh, this is great, this is fun, this is, it's water.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Just let that rinse off you. Okay. So just look at your parents in the eyes, one after the other, until they do something different, and let me know what that is.
Mum kind of feels sad, I think. My father, like I don't, because Mum and him divorced when I was quite young, so I didn't really have a lot to do with him.
Okay.
He only passed away last year. He's not really knowing what to do, but she looks sad.
Mm. Okay.
It's almost as if, it's almost as if she's sorry.
Oh, she's definitely sorry.
Yeah.
Keep looking at them until they change in some way.
She seems like she's almost see-through, and he's very solid, where she's more maybe lucid, if I want to use that word. That's the only change I can feel or sense.
Isn't that interesting, the word that you use, like see-through? Now she's see-through in the way that she was, and what you saw is her sadness.
Yeah.
Everything she did was stemmed from the sadness inside of her. Doesn't make it okay. It's just the way that it happened.
Mm.
Okay. Now I want you to take back everything that was taken from you. So there's this beautiful filter. It's been created around you and your younger self. And you're going to reach through it like you're at a candy shop. And you're going to start to take back everything that was taken from you. So the first word that comes in is joy. Take back all the joy that was taken from you, the delight. Take back your self-confidence, your self-esteem. Take back your innocence.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, innocence and childhood.
Yeah, take back your innocence, your self-love, your imagination. Yeah, your playfulness as well.
Mm.
Take that back, and so make sure you feel every single space and place. And I'll also ask for divine guidance that every single space and place is filled with the highest vibration of unconditional love, radical forgiveness, and healing vitality.
I think I've got it back now.
Okay.
I feel like my legs maybe, but definitely the above and down to, say, my knees.
Take it all. This is like when you go into a candy shop with your uncle and he says, just buy whatever you want.
Okay.
And you're thinking, oh my God, what's mom going to say? Just do it.
I've had enough candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is high vibrational candy.
Yeah, great. I love that.
Cellular regenerating candy.
Yeah. I feel good.
Yeah. Beautiful. So I'm just going to ask a question. Take whatever pops. Don't judge it. Just look at your younger self. Look at her in the eyes and ask her if there's anything else she needs that a complete and permanent healing take place for her in that moment.
Just the reassurance that everything is okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I kind of feel that was always lacking in my life. It's just, things may or may not go to plan, but I'd like to say to her, look, we all go through roller coasters, but we always come out the other end, and just trust in that.
Mm-hmm.
trust has always been a big issue for me, and just reassuring her that, and to trust the process. I think that makes sense.
Yep. Ask her what reassurance looks like to her.
Security comes to mind. Like, not security as in, maybe being safe, that kind of security. That's what I mean. Maybe I didn't feel safe growing up.
Okay. The word that keeps coming up is nurture.
Yeah.
Through nurturing, you would have felt safe.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And that's what's missing. And so what your guides are saying is that you have to be your own mum.
Yeah.
And so it goes a little bit back to what you were saying, where it's like you're being so hard on yourself. You're being hard on yourself like your mum was hard on you. So it's time to kind of change the narrative and talk to yourself the way you wanted to be spoken to as a child.
Yeah.
And really like, oh my God, tell me all the amazing things I did today. Oh, I did that and that. And kind of, and I know sometimes we have days where everything goes to shit, but really focus on like your magnificence, your learning, the conversations you had. I'm what they're saying is you help so many people, but you don't even realize you're doing it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And to take that healing energy and that nurturing energy and really like fill up your cup first.
Yeah. I don't do that.
No, that's why that's coming in for you.
Yeah.
And, so your mantra is my cup full?
Yeah.
And you'll get a very clear yes or no. I'm getting goosebumps, so it's always like that's exactly what you need to hear. Is my cup full? And if it's no, so I think sometimes people take a little bit of advantage of your kindness.
Yeah.
So if somebody asks you something, before you even answer, is my cup full?
Yeah.
Yes or no? No, it's not. Thank you for asking me. I actually can't do that for you in the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to find the right person for that. Oh, I'd love to do that. I actually just started a new course, so time-wise, it's not going to fit in for me.
Yeah.
And
that really resonates with me, what you're saying.
Yeah. And this is you nurturing you.
Yeah.
And this is how you're going to get your trust back. And this is how you're going to get your security back. Because it's not about trusting anybody else. It's about trusting what you feel in the moment, because we can't give other people the responsibility, because other people are human and we're human and we make mistakes. And if you kind of trusted somebody and then you hear yourself saying, I trusted them, and you kind of go back a couple of steps, you will see you had that gut feeling that said, don't do it.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, so it's not about giving other people responsibility to show up. It's about giving yourself the responsibility to trust your intuition.
Yeah.
So
that's amazing. That's really helpful.
Yeah, I know it takes a while because we're programmed and the way society is and the collective consciousness.
Yeah.
So my guides are saying, what is the teeniest, tiniest step you can take towards really like nurturing yourself and trusting yourself?
I just, what you just said about filling up my cup, I sort of had this image of like a stack of, how can I explain it? Like a whole heap of champagne glasses.
Oh, I like that.
And then so like filling up my cup. So therefore, when it runs down, if I do mine first, then I'll be able to do and help other people like I do.
Yeah.
So, but my cup is the one at the very top.
Yep. And use that image, just like check into that image and see if that's full, or if the cup's empty, everyone else is full. And you're still waiting for them to open the next bottle of champagne.
Yeah. Okay. Love that.
If you kind of start to do it, you will start to observe yourself more and you'll start to feel it more. And don't be your critic. Oh my God, I said yes and I wanted to say no. Just be like, oh my God, I actually started to realize I was saying yes when I wanted to be saying no.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
high five yourself for that. And then replay that scenario in your head. How would it be when you said no? And I just said this to my last client. I think every woman needs to hear this. You are not doing anybody a favor when you say yes.
Yeah.
You want to say no. And then what happens is you end up in a situation where everything goes wrong and you're like, I knew I didn't want to do this. And this is just basically reflecting your intuition. And when you say no, you're actually giving them the best chance at having the highest outcome for their decision. Yeah. And so you won't say no the first time, then you'll say no the second time, you'll feel guilty about it. And then the third time you'll be like, why didn't I do this my whole life?
Yeah. Yeah. So true. Yeah.
So just be really kind to yourself, be really gentle on yourself, and allow the transition and keep seeing where you kind of were able to observe that, to feel that, to resonate with that.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Is my cup full is your mantra. And I trust myself.
Yep. I'm going to write that down.
And receiving is coming in for you.
Okay. Yes, that's so true. Yeah.
They're like,
that's so true.
Sorry, my battery is about to go low. So they're saying even receiving is like receiving a compliment.
Yes.
And when you say no to somebody, you're actually taking away that gift for them. You love helping. And so when you don't allow somebody to help you or to give you a compliment or anything like that, you're blocking the flow of energy.
Yeah.
As well. So it's for you. Yes, Dave. Yes, I look amazing. Yes, I'm fantastic. Yes, you can help me carry those boxes. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, that's so true, because with my line of work, I'm a sales rep. So, and I do have to carry sample stock in, and like men will say, oh, do you want me to carry that for you? No, I've got it.
The answer for you is yes, I do.
Yes.
The answer is you go into the shop and say, I have samples in the car and I need somebody to carry that.
Yes, so true. Yeah. Yeah.
Call me when that happens. I'm going to be proud of
you. Yeah, for sure.
Film it, put on Insta.
No, that's so true. That's me. No, I'm fine. I can do it. Would you like a cup of coffee? No, I don't want a cup of coffee.
No, you're not fine. Yes, 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 I do. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do that for me. Yeah. Wonderful.
Flutter the eyelids.
Yeah.
So.
And maybe you have somebody that you can practice with, because maybe you need to kind of do a role play to practice that.
Yeah.
But this is going to be exciting for you. You're going to have fun with this.
I will. Tomorrow at work, I'll text you.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you selling? If you
I work for a artisan sourdough company, so it's like organic sourdoughs and things like that. So we go into cafes and restaurants.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, so I get to meet people. That's what I like. I love being around people and things like that. So that fills my cup up.
Yep. I can see that.
Yeah. And
that's such a nice, healthy environment to be in as well.
Yeah. Because it's not, I'm into health and fitness and things like that. So, if I can believe in the product that I'm selling,
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Yeah, it does.
Beautiful. So our time is almost up.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Do you have any other questions before we go?
No, you've been, this has been great. Really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Please drink lots of water, which I'm sure that you already do.
Yep.
And the energy takes about 7 days to integrate. So the work that we did, it could be that other situations, like it's almost sometimes when you start to heal, it's like opening the floodgate. It's like opening the garage door that you didn't open for 20 years. So if any situations come up, you actually have the tools and the techniques. You can always go back to your younger self you can do the soul retrieval work that we did, and you'll feel the difference in so many areas of your life. Stuff will happen, miracles will happen. You just think, where did that come from? And this is all because you're allowing that.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you very much.
Oh my God, you're so welcome. Sending you so much love.
Thank you, darling.
Good luck with everything, and
thank you.
Stay in touch and keep me updated.
I will, and I'll have to do a numerology reading on you.
Oh my God, I would love that. Absolutely.
We'll have to. I'll text you what I need, and then I can do it for you.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay. All right then.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.